Hello everybody, this is the Golden Lock Picker, and I'm back at you here with another unboxing video. Pardon the raspy voice, I'm still trying to get over just some allergies, some stuff like that from my trip up to Canada, but I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this unboxing. So I don't have a lock and device for you today, so I'm actually going to pull this out of the frame here. But what I do have for you guys, I think is relevant to the other things that are normally in the frame. So I obviously pick with Jimmy Long's tools. I also have some Sparrow stuff. And obviously this wonderful set of tools that I got from Nigby for my lever locks, which if you guys haven't already, go check out his channel and like and subscribe to any of his videos or any of that good stuff. I would greatly appreciate it since he's been so kind as to supply me with such wonderful tools. But what I have for you guys today is kind of a treat. This is actually from a company called Delta 44, and they're actually out of Colorado. And what they do is they 3D print items that are used for lock sport. I would turn it over, but obviously we have some private personal information there, and I don't want to divulge anything there. So we'll go ahead and move that out of frame. And then also I've got just one other thing right here as well. Well, maybe one. So there we go. So some of the things that they do is actually pretty neat. They make various things such as this lock pinning tray. They 3D print stuff, and you guys will be seeing more of this because as I'm moving up, I've actually been holding off on going to higher level locks because I want to be able to gut them. And I do have a Sparrows mat, but it's really, really large. So it doesn't fit into the frame of the picture very well. So I wanted to get something a little smaller. And originally I was going to buy something on Amazon, and it just, for whatever reason, Amazon has shipping troubles, and it never really worked out. And I remembered seeing some stuff from this site because they're listed as friends of Jimmy Long's, this Delta 44. And Delta 44, they print out, you can find their site there at 44delta, 44delta.com. They print out not only custom pinning trays like this in different colors. This one's in sort of a marble finish. Very, very nice texture to it. Very, very nice. And very reasonably priced. But they also do lock holders as well, like these. So I'm kind of tipping my hand a little bit here, but I have actually ordered some Euro cylinders that should be coming later this year from overseas, and hopefully we'll be able to start picking into some of those. And what these do is they allow you to hold the cylinder in your vise, but still allow the cam to actually move. Because if you just put the cylinder into your vise, you could actually pinch that cam that needs to move in the center, and then thus prevent the cylinder from actually turning over. If you look at the 3D printing, they did a really great job here. Just good choices of colors, and the finishing on them is really nice. And these are very, very reasonably priced. I was shocked actually at how cheap they are. So definitely do 44 Delta a favor and go check them out. You can also find them on YouTube here, it looks like, at youtube.com. And it looks like that's a, can't tell if that's an @ sign, 44 Delta Inc. So go check them out, or you can find them on 44delta.com, and that gives you some more information about some of the stuff they have. There's also a couple of items I'll unwrap here for you guys. including some followers that they 3D printed for me. And I already have some followers from Sparrows, but these were so reasonably priced. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give them a shot. And I really liked the color. I especially liked this blue and black like that. I just thought that was really cool. I kind of wish I could have got this color in the buttons for something I'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, that's a great color. And it's really neat just how that turned out. So that'll be followers that will go in for gutting. And then eventually the pinning will go into this tray for some of the locks we're going to start tearing into. And then there's also a nice little holder right here that they supply for padlock cylinders. That you can actually take the cylinder once you pull it out. They've got two different sizes there. So as you're maybe pulling the security pins out, you can take a cylinder and actually put it right here inside of one of these holders just to keep that upright. So I thought that was kind of handy dandy. And then they also had this device, which is going to help with gutting those European cylinders. And that is this spinner. And what it does is it actually goes into the front of the Eurolock like this. And as you have a pinning shoe, usually put down on this side that, excuse me, has that, the Bible in it, and you flip the cylinder over, the pinning shoe holds it down, and then you put this in like that, and it's just wide enough that it prevents the pins from popping out, and then you can pull your shoe out. And then eventually, as you turn this over, this open part right here begins to release some of the pins. So we're going to see that eventually once we get those Euro cylinders in, and we'll actually get to see how that works. So look at that print job on that. They did a very good job. So I'm very excited about this. Some of the stuff from 44 Delta. I think this is going to be a really fun addition to the lineup here. I like the products that they have. And then finally here, well, actually there's a couple things here. There's one other thing. I'm going to tip my hand a little bit here. I've been working on this on the side. This is a 3D printed disc detainer turner. I've been using another tool at this point up until now to turn all my discs and my disc detainer locks over to a specific angle as far as you can. And then this will just help me to do some of that, but with a 3D printed tool. And I won't have to use a kind of an improvised metal one that I've had for a while now. And then one other thing that they have here that I purchased were these little bead looking things. And what they are is they're specifically 3D printed for the Jimmy Long's tools. And what you're supposed to be able to do is put these into the handle and then press them together, and they're supposed to fit into one another. So we'll go ahead and give that a try here. We'll put that one in this one. This is a 23 thousandths short flat hook from the starter set. And there we go. And you heard that little click. And just like that, looks like we are color coded. So I thought that was kind of cool. I was pretty excited for that. So I think I might actually try to pop that back out just so the way that sits. You guys will usually see this side. So let me put that back in so you can just see that you can pop these back out. Oops. Pardon me fumbling this. This is the first time I've ever done this with this Delta 44 pin. And there we go. We heard that click. And there you go. Now that's color coded. So whenever you guys see the white dots on a handle, whether it's that one or that one, the aggressive cycloid or this one, you'll know that they're 23 thousandths. And then I will be using the blue ones right here to mark all of my 19 thousandths, which are up there. And then the yellow is in reserve for if and when I need 15 thousandths. I currently don't have any Jimmy Long's 15 thousandths picks, but I'm sure there will come a time, and I've already kind of made my decision on that this is the color I would prefer. That is, unless obviously they come out with this blue and black. I love this color. This is so nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh, one more thing. It says open me. So let's go ahead and open that. I think this will be pretty neato. They also have some really cool items to help you color code your locks. And one of the things I like that they had at a very reasonable price was an entire sticker sheet of all of the colors that are used in the lpubelts.com ranking, and you can actually go through and color code your locks. So I'll also be trying to do some of that, at least maybe on some of the locks. I'll probably put a dot on a few of them just to kind of make that a little more evident for you guys. We'll obviously be using the white, yellow, orange, green, blue, and maybe at some point we'll try to venture on up to red, purple, and brown and black. But for now, I think obviously we'll be in these other color ranges. So do you guys yourself a favor if you're in the lock sport hobby. Go check out Delta 44. You can find them again at 44 Delta. Pardon me, 44delta.com. And you can also check them out on their YouTube channel there, youtube.com at 44Delta Inc. So I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video, and tell me what you think if you've used some of their stuff. I know they make also a really awesome 3D printed vise and some really cool stuff for that. So go ahead and check them out, and you know, do them a favor and support them if you're in the lock sport hobby. They're extraordinarily cheap, very reasonably priced, and they make some very good stuff for the sport. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks. Bye.